Why use double when one is enough? Terra Gold, one cube, endless possibilities.
Make the trade, I link trade, I link trade, I link trade.
How to avoid.
Yeah, I'm back at you. I'm back at you. Don't go so, put your power. And if you're dead, don't go so, put your power. And if you're good, I just should be on your shawty. I should be in the bed, I'll be double now. I love you, don't go so. You know, I'm on fire, no be peace, don't go so. You know, anything I know, but I anywhere we are doing a part, that's in love, one well up, like I did love. Oh, we know, to the break of dawn, baby love. But guess that you owe money, call your body them, they could like anybody. Take it to stay, yeah, they won't follow Judy. Party, jolly, jolly, party, PD, body, you shot Scotty, make your eye dirty. From now till eternity. Don't go so, put your shut up. The budget, Demi. I go. I'm more. Don't go so. You know. Don't go so. Too power. And you're dead. Don't go so. Too power. And you are good now. I just should be on the line. I should be back on the road. I'll be double now. I love you. Don't go so. Oh, this so. I will let you know I go.
Kajo, 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 kayo, kayo, kajo. Uyo me yo le uosa okumi. Uyo me ya, oh uyo me ya le uosa okumi. Uyo me ya, uyo me ya le uosa okumi. Everybody's born a winner, yeah, yeah. If only you just believe, yeah, yeah, yeah. Close your eyes and come and see, yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't you worry about a thing, 'cause if you work hard, you can get it if you work. If you strive hard, you can be just what you want. If you work hard, you can climb the mountain top. 'Cause nothing is too small, and nothing is too big. Uya meya, oh uya meya le uosa okami. Uya
Can we settle down? Can we settle down? Toby Loba and Akeju, please, can you settle down? Fellow Rotarians, Rotaractors, guests and friends, at exactly 7:30 p.m., I have the privilege to call today's meeting to order. Can we take the Rotary grace? 1, 2, 3. O Lord and giver of all good, we praise thee for our daily food. May Rotary friends and Rotary ways help us to serve thee all our days. Can we have our seats very quickly? we have a very loaded plate this evening, and we will need to move very quickly. On that cue, I would like to invite Rotarian Babajide Falashe to give us the object of Rotary. It's online. You have the Hope Bulletin with you. The Hope Bulletin, page 3, has the object of Rotary. So unmute yourself and speak.
Vice President, Secretary. Can you hear me? Okay. AGs, PAGs, Rotarians, guests, and friends. The object of Rotary. The object of Rotary is to encourage and foster the ideal of service as a base of worthy enterprise, and in particular, to encourage and foster, first, the development of acquaintances as an opportunity for service. Second, high ethical standards in businesses and professionals, the recognition of the worthiness of all useful occupation, and the dignifying of each Rotarian's occupation as an opportunity to serve society. Third, the application of the ideal of service in each Rotarian's personal, business, and community life. Fourth, the advancement of international understanding, goodwill, and peace through a world fellowship of business and professional persons united in the ideal of service. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rotarian Babajide Falashe. It's always good to have experienced veteran PDGs sitting with you on the high table. I want to respect pledges to Rotary Foundation tonight. I know that Don Kuchi, the only versatile Rotarian, a contractor, a global contractor, has pledged $5,000 to the Rotary Foundation. So please, if somebody has pledged $5,000 to the Rotary Foundation, does he not deserve to take us through the 4-way test? So Rotarian Kaide Bello, please, can you give us the 4-way test?
Thank you so much. That was a big joke. My Rotarian president, the many PDGs in our fellow Rotarians, guests and friends. And special recognition to whoever the SA will be today. So the four-way test. The four-way test is the four-way test. Let me just read this straight away. I don't want the preambles. Okay, the four-way test is a non-partisan and non. So, I saw. Okay, let me skip it because we have a lot of things to do today. So, I will start with the first four-way test. The number two is it fair to all concerned? The third one is, will it build goodwill and better friendship? While the last one, I will employ us to all stay together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bidon. Is that why you need to break our microphone? But again, what can I do? Is $5,000 is talking. Please, can I have Rotarian Kemi Ololagbose to come forward? Likewise, my own chairman of council, PP, or is he AG, Sydney or Saibu. Please come forward. Both of you will decide who to decorate as SA. But I know who I will pick. It's a fundraiser. I'm picking the fundraiser. So why are you acting as if you want to come for the Please, Rotary Kemi, can you decorate PP Sydney for tonight as our SA? Please.
My impact president, PDJs in the house, HJs in the house, PAG, fellow Rotarians, past presidents in the house, fellow Rotarians, guests and friends of Rotary. I hereby decorate PAG Sydney Osaibu as the SA for tonight, with a target of 200,000 naira. Thank you. Please give him a round of applause.
These are the kinds of Rotarians that I like. I appreciate them.
Here is the rod. Please use it judiciously.
You don't need this clapping. Yes. You need this money.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rotarian Kemi. I hope Nosrat has taken. You need to take picture now. Don't take that kind of picture you took at Shoni Barrel. You remember that picture? We have a loaded plate, but I can see the excitement in the hair. Let me quickly go to page 5 of our O bulletin and quickly run through my gavel. I cannot take time to prepare it and not read it out. I have just been hinted that my fellow impact president, Dr. Bakari from Omole Golden, has just stepped in. And I can see my super PAG, the one who is after my heart, ever green, ever beautiful, ever delectable, ever young, Busola Shatui. Thank you so much, man, for fellowshipping with us. You could see that our eye table is full. We need to have a wider eye table. That's why we will not bring you up, but we will give you your due flowers where you are seated. It is not usual for any human being, male or female, man or woman, boy or girl, adult or teen, to wake up in the morning on any day and wish evil on himself. No one ever prays for evil to befall him as he steps out. The people on the street will say, Kojo, but there is almost nothing in human affairs that does not have unintended consequences. Such is the situation with expressions like, not my portion, my case is different, God forbid, I reject it, which have somewhat dulled our sensitivity and blunted our empathy towards each other or one another when we happen to face adversity or other tests or trials in the journey of life. This dullness and bluntness have crystallized into what is today described as the Ezekiah complex, which translates into, so long as it is well with me, I am indifferent to what happens to others. Why what happens to any one of us and not another? One of the major mysteries in life. One way or the other, we have either experienced directly or indirectly, or witnessed the loss of a mother or child, or both during or at delivery. From a cultural perspective, this is not an experience that any one of us wishes for ourselves or even our enemies. Losing a mother or a child at birth is a form of perinatal bereavement, the death of a fetus, newborn, or infant within the first 30 days after birth. This loss is profoundly traumatic because it often occurs suddenly without prior experience of the child and can shatter a parent's sense of identity, future, and self. The grief is often multi-layered. Loss of the child, the immediate overwhelming sorrow of losing a loved one, loss of the reproductive story, the imagined future of parenting, milestones and shared life experiences, loss of self and role. Parents may grieve at the disruption of their identity and life plans, and attachment disruption. Losing a primary attachment figure, mother or child, can destabilize emotional regulation, sleep, appetite, and trust. Common emotions include shock, sadness, anger, guilt, anxiety, and depression. Many parents also experience isolation, as there are often no formal rituals or public recognition for such losses. The above points make this Maternal and Child Health Month of great significance, not only as a basis for measuring Human Development Index, but also emotional and psychological stability, procreative and reproductive continuity of the society. Last week, Dr. Folarin Olowu, CEO Intelfit, shared with us the scale of the problem. I also admitted to you how depressed I became when I started to review the literature on the matter in preparation for developing our global grant proposal to reduce maternal. This week, I highly revered and respected PDG, Rotarian Dr. Wale Ogunbadejo, a veteran in the field of medicine, is on stage to share with us on the topic, what can Rotary do differently in attacking the menace of maternal and child mortality in our communities. We cannot just be deploying programs upon programs, weekly, monthly, and yearly, without seeing measurable significant drop in the average deaths per 100,000 live births. The challenge is real, and our message will be the same. Stop maternal mortality. End one death in 7 minutes. This is the hashtag on our social media handles for this month. Accordingly, this month and all year round, RC Maryland will be making measurable inroads on this challenge. Only someone who has nurtured a 25-year-old child can appreciate our enthusiasm around our forthcoming 25th anniversary, and why we continue to bask in the expectation of that thrill. The Yorubas of Southwest Nigeria often assert, "Ẹni tí kò ní irú ẹni kò lè mọyì ẹni." We got to have it to appreciate it. Fellow Rotarians, mankind is still our business. and we will continue to sow the seeds of love in our communities through extending humanitarian interventions that matter. It takes inspired courage to continue to make an impact in an environment that actively disincentivizes from doing good or creating hope in the world daily. However, if I give up just because I cannot see hope, I would have to live in darkness forever. The Rotary platform continues to showcase for us the triumph of good over evil, courage over fear, liberality over stinginess, collaboration over lone ranging, enlightenment over ignorance and darkness, action over complaints. Rotarians are doers, not talkers, not noisemakers, not passive bystanders. Our history and record of achievement validate this assertion. Let us continue to create impactful moments throughout this Rotary year till the celebration fellowship, where we will unleash our heritage game. I remain yours in Rotary service. Oluseyi Arowolo, President 2026-2027. On that note, I would like to invite my editor-in-chief to be the songito for tonight. Give us a very good song. I know my imaginative presi is here, and our preferred song is the grandfather's clock. So because of my imaginative presi, I want to support that song with the sum of 5,000 naira. You have not even donated, but I'm supporting. Yes, please. Thank you so much. So please, yeah. So that's 10,000 on the board. Mr. Songito, how much are you also? Then quickly go through and let your friends, Rotarians, support you. Grandfather's clock. Yes, very quickly. I don't want to keep my PDG waiting. Burden to deliver tonight.
It is well. Yeah, my Rotarian president, my PDG is in the house, past presidents, fellow Rotarians, guests and friends. Please, with this assignment on ground, I need you to support the assignment with your donations.
10,000 is on the board.
We have 10,000 on the ground.
What have you done? What have you done?
I will add 2,000 to it now.
Okay, that's 12,000 on the board.
Yeah.
Who are the people supporting you?
Okay. We have POS. The clerk just telling me now that we have POS. Okay, thank you, Daddy. I appreciate it.
After the $5,000.
Oh, yeah, let's have it. Okay, POS, we need your service. My friend. Yeah. Well, okay, don't worry. After this one, we'll still call for the next last 2,000. Lady T, I appreciate. Your last 1,000, go. That's, we are singing the song, My Grandfather's Clock. That's page 12, song 45. Song 45.
La, la, la. Please, can we be on our feet?
Let's be on our feet while we prepare for that. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Please,
I appreciate
please let us know how much is on the board. the treasurer,
don't let me disturb you.
the impact treasurer. The impact treasurer is in the house.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Take it to the impact treasurer.
Yeah. Treasurer.
The impact treasurer is in the house.
Where are you now? Okay. Don't let me call.
Majela, you are wasting too much time on this song.
Okay, we are. Let me to collect the remaining.
My PDG is supporting you.
Yeah.
My PDG is supporting you.
Thank you, sir. I don't want to collect it before, but thank you. Yeah,
Thank
let's
you
be
so
on our feet while we take this song. 45, page 12.
La 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 la. La 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 la
La la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la la. My grandfather's clock was too loud on the shelf, so it good 90 years on the floor. It was taller by the half than the woman itself. No, it weighed not a quarter, not a more, not more. It was bought on the morn of the day that he was born, and was always his treasure and pride, But he stopped, short, never to go again when the old man died. 90 years without slumbering. His life second numbering. But he stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. He drank la in the dead of the night, and alarm that for years I've been dumb, and we knew that his spirit was plumbing for flight, that is for the patriarchal. Still locked at that time, when the soft muffled chime, as we silently stood by his side, Boris stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. 90 years, out. Tick, Boris dies in the numbering. Tick tock, Boris stop. Abba, short, never to go again when the old man died.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Before I invite my PDG, Rotarian Dr. Wale Ogunbadejo, there is a slot that I reserved for the CP and PDG of opportunities, the 48th district governor of this club. And he was the man that straddled 2 Rotary years. There was the year of charter, where mankind was our business. And there was a year he was in the office presiding as president, where he needed to sow the seeds of love. One of the things that we decided to do in this Rotary year is that for every month, we are going to relive the themes of all those years that the Almighty God has granted this club to pass through in its 24 years to arrive at the 25th anniversary in 2027. So on that note, I would like my CP, the PDG of opportunities, the 48th district governor of the defunct D9110, but now D9111, to please say some few things before we progress in the meeting. Thank you, sir.
Noted. My Not quite noted. My president, Chiarolo, my own past district governor, when we were in District 9110, he is now in District 9112. I recognize you especially, Dr. Wale Gumbadejo, and our guest speaker tonight. Thank you very much, sir, for accepting to be our guest speaker tonight. My IPP, other presidents that are here, and those that are future president, particularly president-elect, and those that are not future presidents that have not collected forms yet. And I think I should recognize our president for the Rotary year 2052, 2053. Kayinde Bello. Fellow Rotarians, guests that are here present, Alaji, I recognize you especially. Where is he? President, Omari Golden and my PAG, Satue, I recognize you too, especially. In the year 2002, 2003 Rotary year, it was so the Seeds of Love. And yeah, the RI president for that year was Richard Bitaku. He's late right now. And part of the things he asked us to do then was to really look at all the activities we're doing with passion. And that was why that Rotary year, like now that we are called Impact Year, then it was Passion Year. Year then, and we say from bottom to top. And from bottom to top then, what we claimed there was that everything we do should come from the grassroots. Coming from the community through the club, then we now move to the higher echelon of Rotary. So then really most of the things we were doing were more concerned about people coming up with originality, coming up with innovation, coming up with creativity, activities that would develop Rotary at the higher level, but they must come from the community. And for people like us, to what we still call right now doing needs assessment. Okay, doing needs assessment. We want to serve members of the community, so we should go back to the community, request from them what they actually require, rather than taking things that we know we are supposed to give them like that. So really then, what we're thinking of, we're really more taking activities from the community, taking ideas from the community, developing at the club level, and returning it to the community, the people we truly serve. Of course, Rotary, like we all know, it's all a continuum. And we revolve around almost nearly the same thing, and we keep changing them differently, and we keep developing on them. So that particular year was truly a seed that was sown, a love seed that was sown, which was crafted from the community by Rotarians and returned to the community. So the essence there for me and for all of us that were maybe present in that particular Rotary year was that we should not think of ourselves as the people that will be beneficiaries of Rotary, rather the people that will be the beneficiary of Rotary. So we should think about them first, support them in developing something, and return to them. So for me, that was quite important. Just before I take my seat, because of course we have a guest speaker here, let me mention that in that particular Rotary year also, the current Rotary International president served as the president of his Rotary Club. It's important to know, 2002, 2003 Rotary year was when he served as the president of his club, Rotary Club of Trans Amadi, then District 9140. Mr. President.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We continue to stand on the shoulders of giants like my CP and PDG. By next month, we will move to another year and another theme, and I know that the presidents of that particular era will also be here with us. I want to quickly do something. Rotarian Akeju, can you quickly give us our update on our installation? It's just about 3 weeks from now. Now that we have a number of people present at the meeting, it's important that you share some key things with them.
Yeah. Good evening, my president, my PDG, IPP, LGs, and everybody in the house. I really thank you guys for coming to this meeting today. All Rotarian guests and friends, thank you all for coming today. Now, our installation is taking place on Saturday, August 8th. August 8th at the event place, Plot 1, Block B, Akim Balogo, just not far from our normal center and almost opposite the Fela Shrine. Yeah, so that's just what I want you guys to know. It's taking place on the 8th of August, from 10 a.m. at the event place number 1, Plot 1, Block B, Akim Balogo, by Lausa, just by a stone throw about 2 posts from NACA Center. And we all heard why we couldn't get NACA Center. Our president stated this in the last board meeting we had. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is support. We are still looking for support. Goodwill support, project support. And I want to use the opportunity to thank everybody that's put in something. I can mention names, I can see them here. Thank you so much. We are really grateful, but we still need more support. Goodwill messages, project support. Please, I really want you guys to really join hands so that we can have a well planned installation, and we'll all be excited on that day when we get to the hall and see all the activities that's going to take place. Thank you so much, my president. I won't say much.
Thank you very much, Rotarian. Akeju is the vice president for this Rotary year. He's also my installation chair for good reasons. There is an aspect that I don't want to rush, and it is by the permission of my IPP, the Uncommon Rotarian Maruf Bidemi Bello. During the handover fellowship, I think the 24th year anniversary presentation, I have invited over for this meeting today the son of our late past president, PP Adeyemi Amujo, and also if Madam Fellowship. Yes, Madam Ogunlola is also the spouse of our late. I shouldn't be sitting down. I will call Damola Amujo to come forward because I think PP Amujo was ahead in the order. Please, can you come forward? Please stand there. My CP, I would like you to present this award to him. But it's also good to say some things about PP Amujo. I understand, and I stand to be corrected, that it was during the time he had the privilege to lead the board of this club that he revolutionized our participation in Raila. I think it was that year that the Rotary Club of Maryland set a new tone and took Raila participation to a different level. And in that year, there were quite a number of awards that we won as a club. So he has served this club very well. And I believe it's important that whilst we have the privilege of his son fellowshipping with us tonight, we should also do him the honor of presenting him his father's legacy award for 24th anniversary of this club. Without him, we can't be here. So it's very important. So my CPPDG, I yield the floor to you to please present him. And I would like all the past presidents, please, all the past presidents that are here at the fellowship to please come out and join in honoring PP Adeyemi Amujo. I'm not yet past, but I will also be there.
No, he didn't have it. Is that not your mom? My president, fellow Rotarians, past district governor, I think I should invite you to come join us here also to be part of it. But for the optics, yeah, just for the optics, let him please join us. That's very important, and I'm trying to recall when Damola was giving birth to, because some of us were there. Yes, and that's exactly what I'm thinking. Can you imagine? Anyways, we are excited that you are representing that, and if I'm allowed to just quickly say that Amujo was one of our best friends in those days. Whether it is Saint or Saint Amujo, it was never a dull moment in those days. And honestly, for some of us, every now and then we truly, and I'm very serious right now, we truly miss him every now and then. For me, Amujo will come to my office minimum once of the week, doing nothing as usual, just gist, so you can imagine. Anyways, time flies. This is from the Rotary of Maryland, Ikeja, before we begin to get emotional, and it's the 24th anniversary commemorative award, presented to one of us who has gone to join some of our other friends, Amujo Adeyemi, we call him Seth, and we call him, what else do we call him? That's his best, Amudance. Amudance, yes. And for people that, they know what they were throwing to themselves then.
Service projects, sir. Only service projects.
Servitainment. Amujo was not too far away from, I don't know how he was doing it in those days, Reese's house too at some point. What do he goes there to do? Jolly good fellow, man. Anyways, he was the president in the year 2008, 2009 Rotary year. And this special award, a very, very special one, is in recognition of his appreciation and appreciation of his dedication, leadership, commitment, and outstanding service to Rotary and humanity. I want to thank your dad, Damola. You are such a big boy right now. And this, why are you, as if you are not a big boy yet. With your Gen Z beards. Come on.
All he needs to show is this letter of
That's all. Wow. Anyways, it doesn't, with all this fine boyism, this one, I don't trust him. I don't trust him. Like we never used to trust your dad, I will say it. We don't trust him with. Anyways. Damola, please do accept this. It's from the entire members of the Rotary Club of Maryland, Ikeja. And we gave this to all our past presidents last Rotary year. So this is your dad's copy, and we want you to please have it. Keep it. Thank you very much. You want to have a word for us? You should.
Thank you, everyone, for honoring my father. My father really loved this club, and he was a big part of this club. I know when I was younger, I used to hear Rotary even a lot more than I used to hear of his own office. I thank God for his life. I thank God for where we are now, and I thank God for where we're going to. Thank you so much for remembering.
Yeah, thank you so much. Whilst, please, you can go to your seat. Please, I would like to call Mrs. Dapo Ogunlola to step forward. Thank you so much for thank you so much for making it tonight. Before the presentation is given, let me say some few things. I joined in 2017. My first major assignment was given to me by the Inspiration President, Adekunle Adeniyi. But Dapo Ogunlola was very instrumental in my becoming secretary in the Changemaker year. And it was part, in fact, one of the things he did for the Changemaker year was to set up a think tank group. And we thank God that in the final analysis, we were able to win or secure the overall best club in the district for that 2021-2022 Changemaker year. It cannot have been possible without a lot of background work and putting the right people in the right positions. You know, people came to me and said, I said, Baba, he called me, I was on my car. I said, Baba, if you want me to be secretary, I will do it. I love Onola. I know you want to use money, but I will also give effort. You know, so I am very grateful that eventually that. But the only slight was the fact that God called him much earlier than we anticipated. But when I saw that his spark had not been presented, I said no. So I found every way to try and reach you, to say, look, you must come tonight, and I must also express my grievance, which is that you have deserted us, you abandoned us, you don't come to fellowship with us since that particular year. I've not seen you around. But of course, tonight is not for me to cry. Tonight is for us to honor him and to tell you that continuously, this club will continue to appreciate him. At the presentation of the 25th anniversary plaque like this, we will also invite you. Thank you so much. So my PDG, sir, over to you.
Thanks so much, my IMPA president, the PDG, fellow Rotarians, Rotary guests and friends. Well, I remember your husband too. And the last time I remember I saw him was when he had this empowerment program at the district center. He was the chairman of that particular program. That was the last time I saw him. And he was such a very humble, very amiable, and easily self-effacing person. You really know his worth, except you get to know him. You know how intelligent Kola is until he starts speaking to you. You know how cerebral he was until you really get close to him, because he won't really push himself on you. That's your husband. And really, truly, he went too early. But then, we are not God. We can only accept and move on. But I join the president in appealing to you, please don't be too far from us. They are still friends, we are still friends. Whether he's there or not, we are still friends. So please bring your children along too, whether it's young or old. They are still our children too, because they are the children of a friend. So on behalf of the Rotary Club of Maryland, I want to present this. I have the opportunity tonight of doing this presentation to you on behalf of him and the whole family. That on the 24th anniversary of this club, they remembered him, and they have this community award for him in recognition of his and appreciation of his dedicated leadership, commitment, and outstanding service to Rotary and humanity in general. And I want to thank you for his inspiring excellence and leading the way. So please, on behalf of the president, the PDG, and all members of this club, I present this.
Thank you, my opportunities, Presi. Nosra, can we go and sit down? My vice president, okay. Everybody, thank you. Oh, okay.
Thank you, everyone. I usually say Rotary Club of Maryland married me because all the groomsmen were members of Rotary Club of Maryland, yes. And I, yes. And of course, I miss all the banters during the board meetings. I don't know if they still have it in individual houses. It used to be a lot. And I miss you all. And I just thank God. I thank God for all of you. And I thank God for the life that Dapo lived, though very, very short. And the children to express their appreciation. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Past presidents, go back to your seats. My DGs, PDGs, please. So on that note, and without any further ado, without taking too much of my PDG's time, I would like to ask you to step to the podium. Please, sir, take the mic with you. Dr. Inyolu Aremu, come and do the honors to read the citation of our guest speaker tonight. Thank you so much. Dayo Adekonye, you are welcome to the fellowship again. You look very sharp and take away.
Okay. My impact presidents, past PDGs, past presidents, friends and guests of Polaris, fellow Rotarians, it is with great privilege in me to read the citation of one of our leaders in Rotary and one of a role model for me as a medical doctor myself. I hope that one day I'll also have the status in which you have, and I hope that I will do much better and even do exceedingly well as you have done, sir. Rotarian Wale Ogunbadejo is a servant leader imbued with the spirit of service, compassion, empathy, and integrity. If he found his niche in life when he joined Rotary, he is therefore a very passionate Rotarian. He was invited to Rotary as a charter member of the Rotary Club of Bagada South in March 2003, became the club president in 2006-2007, and the district governor of RI District 9110 in 2017-2018. He is a major donor and benefactor of the Rotary Foundation, a major donor to the District Educational Welfare and Endowment Fund, and a long-standing member of the Rotary Foundation cadre of technical advisors. He has visited many countries to inspect and audit projects for the foundation. Wale is a medical doctor with more than 40 years of experience and started a practice, ANIU Hospitals Limited, 35 years ago. Presently has a branch both in Lagos and Ogun States. He is happily married to his heartthrob, Olufunmilayo, who is also a Rotarian and a major donor. The marriage is blessed with children and grandchildren. All the children are Paul Harris fellows. So, with privileges, I want to welcome you to the podium, sir.
Thanks so much, sir. Hello. Hello.
Who is taking the picture? Oh, yeah. Come and take the picture, please.
After I called you. Thank you, my doc friends and colleague. Once again, I recognize our president, Sheye, my very good friend and brother, the charter president and PDG Bola Ibade, AGs, PAGs, fellow Rotarians, Rotary guests and friends. It's always a pleasure to be here because, you know, we are both children of the same father, and so we are brothers. It's always a homecoming when I come. It's a long time I came, though. You know, this, when something is good to it has its own bad sides. The decision has caused so much distraction and division. I'm happy to be here today. When Sheye said I must be here, who am I to say no to Sheye? He's one of the guys I hold deep in my heart. And I want to particularly recognize the Impact President of Omole Gold, my colleague too, Dr. Bakari. You are really recognized. Incidentally, our children passed out same year in the medical school at Lagos as Dr. Yes. So we have a few things in common too. So my president, I wish you all the best too. Just I wish you all the best. Now, as Shea was speaking, Shea, I didn't know you were a doctor already. He was speaking so passionately about maternal and child health, and he said a few things that were quite touching. And then PDG Bella, everybody whispered to me, oh, he's the writer. I said, no wonder. So you already set a good tone. And then I went to the magazine and I saw what the last speaker said. And then you are going to see that we have a lot of problems in Nigeria, especially with statistics. And Dr. Bakar will bear me out. So this is wrote there. I will say another different figures, you know. We have a lot of problems with that. But that's part of our problems in Nigeria. But let me go to my topic. I said Maternal and Child Health Service in Nigeria, challenges, and our role as Rotarians. Our role as Rotarians, that's the most important thing. We speak about challenges, but we must recognize what we have. And I'm happy that this club has adopted a trial this year. We'll be speaking about maternal and child health. You know, we can't do too much for that aspect of our healthcare delivery system. It's such a horrible situation. Such a horrible situation. As the statistic I'm going to read out to will tell you, also some people will not go emotional today. Because really, when I also started reading about it, it's really sad. But people like Dr. Bakari that are used to it, because they are in the field in that area of primary health care, we only read it because we are more in the private sector. Now, Nigeria is a very peculiar country. We're a country of contrast. We are so rich yet so poor. It's such a sad situation. When you see the way we live and you imagine the amount of wealth, human material and spiritual endowments we have, one will really feel like crying all the time. Because that's why the very high level of illiteracy, ignorance, poverty, squalor, hunger, and disease. However, the worst challenge of it is the unashamed level of governmental, corporate, and personal corruption. That's really what is killing us. That is what is killing us today. Both government, corporate, and personal corruption. And don't point fingers at anybody, we're all guilty. And wherever you have this combination, the health indices can only be damning. The health indices are represented by values like maternal mortality ratio, infant mortality rate, under 5 mortality rate, and neonatal mortality ratio. They are pointers to the general level of status, health status of the environment, the average mortality rate, and life expectancy of the population. As we are talking about maternal and child mortality, child health, we're going to talk about the maternal and child indices. And you know, in Nigeria, it is truly a stigma when you speak about that aspect of our healthcare delivery system. Because we say we are the leaders in Africa, but the level of the mortality rates in both the mothers and children is something you won't believe. Now, Nigeria bears one of the heaviest children born. That means 1,047 women will die. Talking about 520. That's what the figure you quoted. If you have 1 million births, 10,047 women will die. That's according to that statistics. Can you imagine it? And in Nigeria, we have 7 million to 7.4 million births every year in Nigeria. For the statistics I quote, with that we have like 36 to 38,000 mothers dying every year, just because they want to have children. But from the statistics quoted, that means we talk about 1 million mothers dying every year from trying to have children. You know, so the reality is between those two extremes. So truly our statistics are horrible. People lie, they don't do anything, they lie, they don't do any statistics, they write something down, and they put it in the system. That is part of the corruption we're talking about. You cannot even believe our statistics. We too know that when we read those figures, you know, it's give and take. You can't be too sure. So that's the number of women we lose every year, just because they want to be mothers. And what from the study I have here, other mothers every year, and about 105 women every day. When I saw that, I thought 105 is too low. So maybe his own study will be much better. Because let me give you an instance. In the past 7 months that I've been in my I don't call it even in my town, I've been practicing there with the new practice. I've seen too many deaths of mothers, unnecessary deaths. Just 3 days ago, a young lady, first timer, who are not meant to be looked after by traditional birth attendants, went to the TBS place. She realized she couldn't deliver. She told the woman, refer me to hospital. Said, no, just try more. Then when she now said, if I die, your whole family will die too. Then the woman said, yeah, let us go. But by the time she referred her out, the baby was already dead. But at least she survived. But sometimes both the mother and the child dies. That is the kind of situation we have. But in Lagos, you don't see it. Lagos is the best run state in this country. Move away from Lagos, anything you get is what you get. That's the honest truth. Since I've been to Ogun, and I used to think Ogun is quite close to Lagos to have some influence, but it's as horrible as any other state. Honestly, I'm being honest. I'm from Ogun too. There's just no system in that place. And people die, and you just see them, you know, my hospital is on the road, just sit, they are carrying another one to go and bury. What happened? Straight away, the next, within 1 hour, they are taking her to the burial ground. So the level of death I've seen in my own place alone, when I saw this, I said, no, this cannot be true. It cannot be 1 of 5 women dying from childbirth every day, must be more than that. So that statistic of 1,047 may be more realistic. So that means we're losing about 1 million women just because they want to be mothers every year. So when she was speaking and he was talking about the loss of women and their children, and he was speaking so poetically, I said, yeah, she got it. So maybe what you wrote today, Shay, maybe later you give me. So that I can see the muse in you as a poet, eh? Like some of our children are getting to now, you have to beg them to have children. My son had one child, said, Daddy is all over. I said, could you all over? Are you good? How can you have just 2 children say it's all over? Okay, have 1 more. Bye, share. And he said, Daddy, don't come again for another one. So you have given us 2 children, that's it. Now let's look at the childhood indices. On the average, we have about 20,000 births every day in Nigeria. One of the highest again in the world. However, out of these 1,000 births, 41 will die within the first 20 days of life. They will not live beyond their first 20 days of life. Which is about 60 to 700 newborn deaths every single day in Nigeria. The second highest contributor to that mortality rate in the whole world. Now, under the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, the aim is to bring this number down to 12 deaths per 1,000 live births. And that is the responsibility we all bear as Rotarians. To see how we can try that in Nigeria. We have the network, we have the reach, just for us to decide to do it. For the under 5, it's same, the 115 to 107 children will not live to see their 50th birthday out of 1,000 born in a year. However, there are regional differences, the northern part being the highest contributor. You know, the level of ignorance is worse, the literacy is worse, so infrastructural development is worse. Everything is just worse there. And then add to that, another sense, marriage. When they give her a 12-year-old girl and married to 1 6-year-old man, the girl is in labor, nobody bothers. They say it's God that delivers, so what's the whole problem? And it's either they die in labor or they lose that child and then they develop what we call VVF. VVF is the abnormal connection of the bladder to the uterus. So for their life, they'll be leaking urine forever. Yes. Dr. Bakarabi, they'll be leaking urine for the rest of their life. If not for some donor fund that comes in and they have some camps for VVF to repair that. Not too many surgeons can repair it also. Take some level of expertise, some patients to do that repair sometimes, to prevent that leakage from the bladder to the, sometimes it's not even bladder, it's from poo-poo to the private part. Yes. It can be from bladder, it can be from the rectum into the private part. That's what happened. That's the reality. It's fair enough. It's beginning to happen here now. We are having some stupid people who are raping 12-year-old, 13-year-old, and they're getting their pregnant. There's no proper antenatal care now, but no attention to them when they have birth. So we're beginning to have that too in the South. That's the reality we live in. That's why I talk about maternal child mortality. So what are the challenges we have? The first major challenge is this lack of primary health care centers. You see, wherever you have a functioning primary health care center, with people who know what they're doing, they can prevent a lot of this. A child having diarrhea, ordinarily teaching the mother how to prepare the oral salt solution, and letting her know how to feed how to recognize when a child is dehydrated, will prevent so many unnecessary deaths of children. I think they go to primary care center and they can have good antenatal care, and they are giving good advice at the primary. A lot of things can be prevented for the mother too. There's this concept of a first 1,000 days. Let me just quickly speak about that. Some children are already disadvantaged even from pregnancy. If the woman is not well fed in pregnancy, the child is already disadvantaged. That child's brain may not grow to what it should grow. That child may not achieve his or her potentials in life right from the time the pregnancy took place. Just like I think they teach them in antenatal classes, what to eat, how to sleep, how to drink, and all those things. They are simple things, but they can prevent so many things. So as Rotarians, if we just say primary care center near us and support them, let them be functional, that would be a great help. That was why in 2017-18 as the district governor, being a doctor, and having done a few needs assessment, I realized that what we need to do is to see how we can improve primary care centers in Lagos and Ogun State. And so we had this project, Porter Cabin project. We applied for 10, but we eventually did 8. There are equipped Porter cabins that could serve as primary care centers. They were equipped for deliveries, for consultation, for treatment, emergency treatment. And we did those 8. Then the next year, Kola Shodipo used from the experience we had, because people like Udula were involved in it, so they now built, instead of importing from Turkey, they now built a few, and I would have loved that we continue that project. We could have reached so many indigent communities now with primary care centers. Because with that, with the health center, we can prevent so many things happening to our people, both our children and our inadequate number of skilled midwives and doctors, or is even getting worse now with this jackpot syndrome. I said that Dr. Bakara and me, we are children who graduated. None of them are in Nigeria anymore. Which one you see around? Okay, so, I clap for you. Thank you. So, they're all traveling out. They don't want to say. You can't force them. But the honest truth is we are losing so much. Our mothers and children are dying because of that. The poverty and ability to afford quality health care. Most women cannot even go to. I spoke with a young UCOPA, the daughter of PDG Sailu Ahmed. The father connected her to me on Sunday, and she's in the Kota Primary Care Center. And she said, sir, it's so sad that even though the government is trying to subsidize care, but even people cannot afford the subsidized care. And that, I don't know how you can help. She was like, a young couple, I just spent a month in that healthcare center in Ikota. And I said, okay, you know what? Do your needs assessment, see the area that really needs help, and then let me know. I'll say I can get some clubs and I'm there to support you, and I also support you. Because she really feels for the people. She sees people who are poor, but they can't afford even subsidized care. So these are the areas we have to look at, ladies and gentlemen. People are really dying because of poverty. We are the lucky few. We are not in the lower net. We are in the top 10%. So you may not know what I'm talking about. I tell you hear it. The people are really dying from poverty. And that girl spoke with me on Sunday, 2 days ago, and I promised her to just let's talk about it and see what we can do. I may still call you too. I may come to you. Even the Kota is far from Maryland, but you can still do something for her because she's the daughter of a PDG. Poor maternal nutrition, like I said, due to poverty, ignorance, and wrong traditional beliefs. You know, there are still people who believe that the man must eat the best of the meat, even if the woman is pregnant. The woman goes to fish or goes to farm, brings the product, but she will eat last, because the man must feed first. So you see a woman who's pregnant, she looks gaunt and lean. They say, oh, the fact that you're pregnant does not mean you look gaunt and lean if you're well nourished. Except there's something else. Because some women too in pregnancy, they lose appetite. Some even develop some funny stuff. It's like a psychological issue, but it does happen. But remove those. Most women are not well nourished. And it's out of ignorance too. You may be educated but be ignorant. A woman in pregnancy needs more of the regular thing, more of the protein, the fat, and then of course naturally the vegetables and all that for the micronutrients. But it's either you have the knowledge and you apply it or you don't. So please, all these are the things we need to talk about as Rotarians. You can have outreach just to talk to them about their traditional beliefs as it impacts on pregnant women. It will be a great help. Adolescent pregnancies and the complications, I've spoken about that. That's more in the north. Lack of emergency obstetric service. Most places go outside Lagos. The roads are horrible. The woman starts laboring in the night. Develop problems. There's even no car. It even happens in my hospital. They have problems. Say, we are going to make it. They say there's no car. Get an Okada, get a keke near you. They say they're all going to sleep. Yeah, sometimes they now have to start backing in tongues. You won't believe it. Someone will back, another will back, another will back, another. That's how to get the person to the hospital. That's in Ogun State there. Now imagine the other parts of Nigeria. So we have a lot of problems. Of course, a lot of them the solutions are governmental. They are mostly governmental. Increase primary care centers, increase. Now, you see, Nigeria must think of, you see America, they have doctors' assistants, nursing assistants. They're not doctors, they're not nurses, but they do some basic so that can take pressure off the doctors and the nurses. That's why we have the CHOOS now. Community health external workers. They're serving as nurses in some places. They're still better than the auxiliaries. I think they are trained. So we need to invest more in such level of manpower so that we can compensate for the loss of the doctors and the midwives who have traveled out, who have jackpot. Because that's the only way we can really help our people. The number of doctors and midwives in Nigeria cannot cope with the number of people we have. Even in Lagos itself. Leave the center of Lagos, go to the hinterland too, you see have the same problem. As a DJ, I went to a school in Ketu. I couldn't believe I was in Ketu. The leaking roof, tires, students were sitting on tires in Ketu here. So you can so extend that one to the health service. So we have a lot of challenges, but in this particular field, we can do a lot, and we're going to go to that. So like I said, most solutions are governmental, but we, Rotarians, what can we do? Where do we come in as Rotarians? Now, as you know, it's one of our 7 areas of focus. Maternal Child is one of the 7 areas of focus. And all of us are therefore obliged to participate in activities that touches it, either during this month or throughout the whole year. Note that this month that are given a name doesn't mean that the activities ends in that month. Just like Rotary Foundation does not end in November. All of them are throughout the year, but government, Rotary just wants you to focus on that aspect that month. That doesn't mean you can't do projects on maternal child in November or in January or any time. But just that month is dedicated to maternal child. So please, don't think it just after this month it's all over for maternal child. And I really want to share, please. I love the concept of Rotary Maryland. I don't want to take you throughout the whole year. Now, advocacy. That's our first advocacy. Everything won't be money. But we have doctors among us. Let's all use them to have outreach programs. Go to communities, talk to them, do a bit of testing for them. But the most important is the health education. In merely just teaching people how to wash their hands, we prevent so many diseases. Just how to wash their hands properly. We reduce the number of waterborne diseases that we have, the number of deaths from dehydration of children and even adults. Just merely how to wash their hands. If that alone we do, our communities will be better gradually. So advocacy, health education, outreach program in communities, in schools, wherever we are, let's learn a bit about it. That's why Rotary is a great place to learn. You can learn about anything in Rotary. That's why I say I love the way Sheye was talking about medicine. And I call him Dr. Sheye over there. Yeah, we can learn about it. You can become a lawyer in Rotary. At the time you hear a lawyer speak today, a lawyer speak tomorrow, you know something about legal that you never knew before. That's what Rotary does. It's exposed to so much knowledge that you would never have gotten if you were just standing in your own place. And that's how I really joined Rotary. That was the selling point to me. Just say bye. My uncle could say, okay, Wale, your children are all going out of school now. I said, yes. So what will you spend your time doing? I said, well, I'll go to club. He said, club, is that all? I'll go to club. Yes, you go to club. What else? What do you want to spend your life doing? And that's what he used to get me into Rotary. That PDJ did on me. That's what he used to get me to Rotary. What will you spend your life doing after your children have gone? And I thought hard about that. What will I spend my life doing? And so that's why I really love to be a Rotarian. I really am proud of it. So then, advocacy must use our network and global grant to help in community outreaches. And I want to thank BDG Oyibade, who is the national chair for RFHA, for the RFHD activities. For many clubs, that's the major activity they do in a year. And don't underestimate this activity. Many communities are waiting for them for that activity every year. I belong to another voluntary association which Bola is familiar with in Iju. And for some years we were collaborating with RFHA to have those days. Then somehow our leader fell out. The next person was doing military tactics and people fell out. Well, I know the person I'm talking about. So we have not having. Now, at the last, I had one in my hospital this year and said, well, Wale, you're not getting old. We have to go back to that and see how we can do that in the Jew. Because really, people were discovering so many cases of TB, so many cases of HIV, so many cases of malnutrition during those RFHDs in the Iju. But since you stopped, nobody has done anything there again. So I want to thank you, Bola, for what Olu started and you continued. And I wish you all the channel of you are sitting. I'm also a permanent member, but I've never really been a participant in those activities. I'm one of the first few members. So all those activities are the things we have to do to help our people with knowledge. Because when you give them and then you do those tests and then you give them some drugs, that completes it. It's a complete cycle. You are giving knowledge, you are giving testing, you are giving treatment. So please, we should all do it, even as clubs, without necessarily waiting for the RFHD days to do it. We have to look for strategic partnerships in our communities to see how we can help our people in addressing the gaps in provision by the government. The government cannot do it all, even in America. That's why we have foundations like the Rockefeller Foundations, the Gates Foundation, all those foundations. They all come in to help the government and they help us in the world too. Now, supporting health center with basic equipment. You know, ordinarily that stethoscope, that thing that doctors put on their neck, you know what it can detect? It can detect when your child has pneumonia. It can detect when your heart is behaving badly. It can detect when your lungs are not moving well. It can detect so many things. It can also detect if your tummy is not working well. And that stethoscope, swig you see, can detect when the pregnant woman has hypertension. Hypertension in pregnancy is a killer. you see a woman suddenly go and start convulsing, they may think it's warapa. It's not warapa. It's the high BP in pregnancy that I made that woman to start convulsing, and she may die on the spot. So ordinarily that fig you donate, it may not be that expensive, but it can save so many lives. Now the bathing kit that some clubs donate, you may think it's cheap, but you know people come to labor and they don't bring anything. Abi, Dr. Bakari, they don't bring anything at all. So, madam, you say, Oga is coming. Oga, where is it? I say, oh, I'm coming. And it disappears until the woman delivers. Then the nursing and will not start running around. It will let him shine pad. That's how we do it. You start taxing everybody. Sometimes they need CS in general hospitals. They need blood. You tell the man, go and donate blood. He said, yes, I'm coming, sir. And it disappears. Now you're looking at this woman, she's going to die. One doctor will say, don't worry, me, I sign for blood. And now we say, me, I sign for drip. That's how they do to save a life sometimes. But then they get tired too. After your salary, better have been threatened by pharmacy. The drip you took, you have not brought it back. The lab is coming. The blood you took that, you have not returned it. So they get tired too. They get tired, yes. What doctors and nurses do in the hospital, people can't believe it. The extent to which they deprive themselves just to help some people not to die. So those are the things you can help our health centers with. Just donate those basic stuff. I mean, more. Don't worry, I'll soon be off. I'm concluding. I need to share what I should. Open me to answer, we can take it. So support the health center with those basic equipment. They are not too expensive, they can save a lot of lives. Then carry out global grant that addresses these needs. I know your club does global grants, so I really would like you to clap for yourselves. At least, yes. You want to look even though RFID alone is the global grant for you every year, so you must thank Bola too. Your name keeps appearing on Rotary Grant Center. So carry out global grant that address these needs. And then join Rotary Action Group that support maternal and child health. There's one that PDG is very much. Are you a member too? Of that one, RMMHCH. That's Rotary Action Group for Maternal and Child Health. So please join those action groups. Not only that you get to do projects, you also get to know friends who can support your clubs in projects. The last, please, I know that your club is an area compliant club, but I don't see why Rotary Maryland cannot be a Paul Harris Fellow Club. Yes, now, can you hear me? So let us donate to the Rotary Foundation so that I can do more good in the world, so I can improve our maternal and child death and prevent the deaths of our mothers and our children. Thanks so much, ladies and gentlemen.
If you want to be a good speaker, join the Rotary. If you want to be a good speaker, join the Rotary. Oh, join the Rotary. Join the Rotary. Join the Rotary and be a good speaker. I would like do we have questions? Okay. Question on repeat. Okay. Some people are looking at you with one kind eye.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you, sir, for that very engaging talk. Mine is not a question, just a comment. I just want to appreciate you for what you've done. I know you've done business for many years in Lagos. And for you to take that and go to Ogun State to establish a practice, it takes a lot of courage, using your treasure to actually impact people's health. I really want to thank you. And you may not know this, thank you for supporting my business. My name is Dr. Omololu. I'm the CEO of Insight Plus. And NIU supports my business, and I appreciate you. Thank you, sir.
debut.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to appreciate our speaker. You've spoken amazing. Thank you so much, sir. Well, I I don't know if it's a question or comment, but I just want to say something from my experience as a mother and also as a paramedic. I have seen a lot of situations where someone gets pregnant, a mother gets pregnant, and you go to the hospital because sincerely, you want the best for your baby. And they send you back, come back after 12 weeks. For me, I think that is it's not enough because I've had experience that, do you know that most children, most baby fetus dies within that first to 12 weeks? So why are they sending back women, oh, come back after 12 weeks, come back after 12. I've had that scenario like times, although I have 2 children. I'm pregnant 4 times, and I've had that scenario like that. And the 2 pregnancies that I lost was within that 3 months. So I'm sure a lot of women are going through that. So what are we doing to stop that? That's the death of fetus in the womb within the first week to the 12 weeks. Because this last one, it would have happened. My baby, I had to start from day 1. I paid with my money for a private doctor 24 hours consultation service throughout my pregnancy. And that was why I was able to avoid that again. So what do we do in this? I feel that it's something that we really need to inculcate. How do we educate people? And how do we educate? Because this time it's not even about the people. It's now about the medical centers and the doctors, the orientations of doctors. So what do we do about this? Because it's really to be solved. Thank you.
Thank you, PDG Ogum Badejo, for your presentation. PDG Ogum Badejo has to be my mentor and the one that gave me the nudges when I served as the president of this club in 2020, 2021. I remain grateful to you, sir, for your mentorship. It will interest you to know that we currently have an ongoing global Aside that, we also apportioned for training. Yes, there's funds for training, evaluation, and monitoring, because at the end of the project, we want to carry out an evaluation of the impact we have made over a period of 6 to 12 months and be able to present a document analysis showing the impact we have made. So we have this ongoing, and during your presentation, the capture says, what can we do differently? We want to believe that the objective of this global grant is in order, and then we want to find out what else we can do differently. And also, the porter cabins you started in 2017, 2018 in Rotary, Maryland, we continued in the 2020-2021 year when PDGBO was the DG. Of course, we delivered in Ososa and Odeda, so we continued. So we've always had focus on rural communities, especially in maternal care and child health. So the focus of the president aligns with the plans of the club over the years, and this global grant is reduction in maternal and child morbidity and mortality, and we're expecting approval anytime soon. But what can we do differently as a Rotarian?
I'm also a father. Thank you so much, sir. My worry is that I realize that poverty plays a big role in this. Maybe it's because you are just telling us now, because we live in Lagos. I have never, nobody has given birth in recent time, 5 years in Lagos, that I know that they say he died. So, well, it's an eye-opener that something is happening some few meters out of Songo, out of... so the question is this. If poverty is one of the problems, can't there be a legislative action. You see, sometimes if you don't legislate some, people, why must we have a baby that we can't afford to at least minimally bring to the world safely? At least let's bring the baby safely to the world and let other issues start raising the child. Raising a child is quite different from bringing the baby safely to the world. Is there no way? I've not heard of one anyway, where there's the legislative action or something that will stop and discourage or punish. I don't know. Is it possible?
Hello. Do we have comments, reactions, online attendees? Anybody from online, so that you don't feel neglected, you don't feel.
None from me, thank you.
I've been engaging in a lot. It's not a doctor. As the so we discussed, he mentioned advocacy, and I equally asked, because a lot of us here, we are still very young and we are willing to score more goals. Anyway, thank you, sir. So my question is this, starting from, because this thing is knowledge, we need to know to start with, and it starts from us. And I asked here that what's the insurance policy for the club to start with? You know, so that at least we need to know ourselves, and we need to have a proactive step towards it to be sure that we are taking the right step to ensure that we have safe bets. Then we can preach this, take this to the outside world, and ensure that also we take the advocacy down to the local areas and the rural areas. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ovie Agbagidi, online, unmute yourself and ask your question.
Thank you very much, sir. Mine is not a question, it's just something one of our speaker talked about, was how she had to pay so that she can have the 2 kids she's got now round the clock, because they've been sending her back home to say, come back at 12 weeks. In every normal society, there is what they call early pregnancy assessment unit. I served at the Delta State University Teaching Hospital for 9 years, and we struggled to make sure we had similar thing, but because we doggedly stood our grounds, patients can come in anytime, will be called. We just assess by basic ultrasound and find out something is happening, refer them, our gynae teams are on call, they will pick up that thing. It's not the same way everywhere. That's what I discovered. And that's a thing, if the Rotary as an organization can assist or help in those areas. We know, like our guest speaker has said tonight, there are lots of clinicians that are jackpot and gone abroad. But the ones that are around, is this a possibility we'll be able to get, even in some few centers in those areas, early pregnancy assessment unit where these patients can be monitored instead of sent away and ask them to come at 12-week gestation, or when they're doing anomaly scan at 20 weeks. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Ovie. I can see Dr. Femi Akodu's hand up. Please unmute yourself and make your comment. I think at that point, we will hand over to our PDG to respond to the questions. Our time is fast spent.
My
impactful president. Thanks for the honor. And let me appreciate our guest speaker that happens to be a senior colleague, and not only a senior colleague, a brother and a mentor, as well as a role model. At least he is one of the people that showed me how to really use your medical skill to serve humanity. And I think I will leave the assumption to him to decide if I'm still following on that footstep or not. I just felt I should address the difference that you refer to between Lagos and Ogun. Having worked in the public space of the two states, I've having worked in multiple cities in Lagos, and then also having the privilege of going around some health facility in Ogun State. I think the difference is actually the political will. And unfortunately, when he was challenging us as a Rotarian, what we should do, how we can carry advocacy to people in governance was not part of what we were challenged. It's not only the community, either individual as a group, that we need to carry advocacy to, but the governments also. The political will, when it comes to air deliverable, is almost zero in Ogun State, and that was what was responsible for the ugly data that you have put. As you have said, and the statistics are there, Lagos health indices compete favorably with the health indices of UK as a nation. That one is not debatable. And the simple fact is just the will. There is no ward, for example, in Lagos State that does not have functional, underline the word functional, primary health facility. But same thing cannot be said in Ogun State. For those that have been following the social media and then the print and electronic media, in recent time there was an issue as regards one or two primary health centers in Ogun State. So beyond us using our money and other resources to advocate for safe motherhood and a thriving children, we should also see how much of advocacy in terms of political will that we could push to those people in governance. So once again, I want to appreciate PDG Wale Ogunbadejo for that brilliant discussion. And just as Assistant Governor Badino said, it's like practically is a norm in our club that every Rotary year we must do one or more grant activity in the area of maternal and child health. And let me make this disclosure. It's not because of the fact that I'm a pediatrician and a member of the club, sir. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Femi. Let me start with the lady who spoke about booking age of 12 to 13 weeks, booking age. Now, there are so many factors responsible. At the government level, when you have so many thousands of women who are pregnant, they want to reduce the number who comes for booking. That's the reason at the government level. At the private level, the incidence of HMO, they will tell you they cannot start attending to their pregnant women until 13 weeks. It's an instruction. If you attend to them, then you're your own. They won't pay. Except you have to lie. Doctors have to lie to allow pregnant women under HMO to access care. May say threatening miscarriage. So want to do a scan, they will not oppose. But truly speaking, the first 3 months of life is the most important. That's when the body of that child is formed. After that, any other thing is just addition. So what she said is true. But then there are also two schools of thought on the issue of abortion in the first 3 months. Some believe that most of such children are, sorry madam, they're abnormal, they have some deficits. So it's like it's nature's way of getting them not to grow. However, we also know, I see you shaking your head, I understand. We also know there are women who need some hormonal support to maintain that pregnancy till the placenta start producing the hormones. It is true what she said. So now the problem is with those who are under HMO, is an issue for the doctor. Because if HMO says will not pay for care for pregnancy on the 13 weeks, then you now have to look at the history of the woman to now on your own say, you know what, this woman has hormonal issues and I'm going to start applying some certain hormones to maintain this pregnancy. So it takes some experience and some boldness to do it, because some HMO will say, well, you cannot give care until 13 weeks. So madam, that's the problem doctors sometimes have. It's not that we don't understand what you're saying, but then we have to look at our own end too. We are also in business to not to run at a loss. So if HMO say they will not look after you until you're 13 weeks, they cannot start looking after you until you're 13 weeks. But what I do, if you come and say you are pregnant and then you give that kind of history, I think you start on basis, you can say, oh, you know what, she's kind of food. Abort. You are lying just to protect that woman. Then once we have done the scan and the baby is normal, you can start it out on folic acid. They may not pay, but it won't kill us to give you folic acid. You get what I'm saying? They won't pay for folic acid. They say it's multivitamins or vitamins. It's not paid for. So those are the challenges that doctors have in private practice. So that's why they say you have to come at 13 weeks. So it's not that we don't appreciate what you said, but it takes a doctor who has taken your history very well to understand the challenges you have, to be able to say, no, this is a special case. If I have to lie, I lie to protect this baby and the mother. Am I okay? But a policy on it will be difficult because the HMOs, they keep saying, they are saying that the first 3 months, for them, you don't need to do it. For us, we have a contract with them. And it's what they say we can do, otherwise we won't get paid. Okay? Maybe it takes some push from maybe people like you to say, no, you have to allow us to access care before the 13 weeks. But for us as doctors, you cannot push them. Otherwise, they just yank you off their network. No, go ahead, yes. If you're a private setting, I mean, I won't send you away. I want your money now. No, that's no, I'm sorry, I do. No, I think that, and just change your hospital. That's unethical. Because if somebody has listened to your story, they should know there's a problem. And they can easily do the hormonal test anyway to know the level of hormones in the system anyway. So it's not something that they have to think too far. A test will show the level of hormone and they know they need to boost this to maintain this pregnancy. She's saying it for others. For others. Now, my dear friend, what can we do differently? One, like you said, poverty is a major issue. So when it comes to the economic community development, please let us do more microcredits. When you give loans to the mothers, you are sure you're giving loans to a community. Their children will benefit. The stupid husband who doesn't put any money down will also benefit. It is true. Very stupid man who doesn't give money will also benefit. All he knows is he has to bank. He doesn't have money to do anything else. Truly speaking, like I said, we are in the 10th percentage of pool. Down there, more of the women are working than the men. Down there. These women who are really the breadwinners of the families. So when you give them loans, believe you me, you are truly helping that family. If you give that stupid man a loan, you are going to repay that loan yourself because you spend the money on something else. We have done in my club, we have the medical credit, and some of us took loan and gave some men all the money went. None came back. But all the women repaid their loans. So please do more microcredits.
They are typically
You can also do it on a personal level. 50,000 is something small. You can spend at a joint one night. But give that 50,000 to a woman, it can make the life of a family turn around. So please, pardon me? Volo more. Me more
the man is distracting us.
You know the kind of women we're talking about, not the kind of women you deal with, okay? So let's do a lot of economic development programs that can help to impact poverty in our communities too. Now, as bad as the health insurance is, please, those of us who are entrepreneurs and employers, please, let's put our workers under the NHIS scheme. You know what this has done? Your worker doesn't need to have money in the pocket to go to the hospital. Like I speak to my, he owns the right foods. And I'll say, but I should see a soon kono ya o ise yin o. An se lórí HMO yìí náà, ma ni bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Lórí HMO yìí náà, ẹ ṣe CS fún yẹn. Ma na ṣe kíní kan fún kan, wọ́n ní lórí HMO yìí náà, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni lórí HMO yìí náà. So, you see, with the little he thinks he's paying as premium on them, they're getting service that they would not have been able to afford on their own. So as entrepreneurs, as employers, please, let's ask we can put our workers on this NHIS scheme. They can take their children to the hospital without thinking of money in their pockets. Sometimes you are broke, even as we can be broke. And then you get home, they say, oh my man, no. I call Roma, you no. Well, I didn't you. Oh my, no. I call to oh my, no. Beautiful paracetamol. I give paracetamol, the temperature is not going down. Temperature is not going down. In fact, it's like he's going to convulse. Yasho wa lowe lo ma go next. Yasho wa lowe akutede ogbembe ya go me lo hospital. But if that child, if they are on NHIS scheme or NHMO scheme, they'll be bold to say, let's go to the hospital with nothing in their pockets. And that has saved so many lives. That's why some of us are in need, not because it's really paying. Because the amount of money they pay is ridiculous. We can't tell you here. I'm sure the doctor knows. It's ridiculous, but we know we are saving lives. People who the worst patients too. They don't make the loudest noise. I'm paying premium. My company is paying premium. You are disgracing us. Meanwhile, how much is that? If you tell them how much the HMO is paying you, they will faint. You know, but because we want to save lives, we are the guinea pigs. Yeah. Hopefully, in future, we gain more from the NHS. So, health insurance community, microcredit schemes also help to improve poverty, reduce poverty and help our people access care with the money. Now, high level on professionalism among midwives. What was the way out? It's not just among midwives. I spoke about corporate, government, and personal corruption. It's everywhere, even among doctors. There are doctors in government service. If you don't pay them money, they won't do anything for you. They sell sick leave certificate, they sell death certificate, they sell anything sellable. So the level of corruption is in everywhere, it's not just among midwives. So don't let's stigmatize any particular group. All of us are guilty, like I said. Corruption is endemic in most Nigerians. So we all need to fight it. We all need to try to rise above that. Political will, as Femi said, well, you can talk as much as you like to government, but will they change? I'm not too sure. I'll give you an instance. During the time of Fiji Sugar, we had this artificial leg Japolin project. We were the ones who brought the Oyibo. We were the ones, no, not even use the cleft lip palette. We brought the Americans for cleft lift. When we approached Ogun State government, they said, no, we can't get people, we don't have such cases anymore. And that's what they told us. We said, don't worry, we spread our leaflets, we spread our flowers. Then, when we now came, when the book came, they are promised they will give us accommodation. Accommodation again. Those ones have arrived in Nigeria. You said you don't have money for accommodation. We had to scrabble, we got money for accommodation. Then before we got there, the banner there was Ogun State government welcomes. How I need to tell you project now. Shall I bring your Ogun State government? All the after is their political image. Their banner, they forgot to write completely on the banner. We had to complain publicly that this is a partnership. Even the part you did is just to give us the hospital. We brought the equipment, we brought the injections, we brought the personnel, we got the patients ourselves. We didn't participate in it. And yet they took the political credit for it. So it's a tough deal to deal with. But let's just do it to their own. Thank you.
Thank you so much. As you stand there, I would like the CPPDG to present you with a token of appreciation. Our time is fast spent. It was an engaging and very engaging topic and discussion. Thank you so much, my PDG, for traveling all the way from Victoria Island.
You want to be a part of this? It's okay. My president.
He has been giving lecture to Lumide.
Once again, my president, our past district governor, and who also adopted as our guest speaker tonight, I want to thank you immensely. And this is from the entire members of Rotary Club Maryland, Ikeja. I'm sure, given the opportunity, you'll continue to, I'm not saying this as guest speech, rather, it's more of a lecture and an enlightenment platform that we have created for you to come enlighten us, and we sincerely appreciate it. And that's the reason why we're having to give you this, make a presentation of this forward test of the things we think, say, or do this Rotary year. We appreciate you, my PDG. And please, as usual, I know you have a lot of this around. And
another one.
Just another one. Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, sir, my PDG. We will still see more of you in this Rotary year. Can Femi quickly give us a rundown on our social media and those? Femi, do quickly. Time is fast spent. We need to bring a curtain down to this fellowship. Well, Femi, okay, are you ready? Yeah. Fellow Rotarians, while Femi is still trying to sort out his details, let me quickly acknowledge all our online attendees. We have, as I think at some point in your delivery, we had about 27 participants online. Yes, so thank you so much. Rotarian, in fact, is it AG or PAG? Adekule Adeni, thank you so much. PAG, Otumba Dewale Soni, thank you so much. Akonde Adeola, Alaji Jelil Adisa, my PAG Ariba Bukarim, thank you. Rotarian Babajide Kenneth, Rotarian Chimeze Okoro, thank you. Dr. Kudirat Adeyemi, PP Femi Akodu, Iyola Salami, Joshua Adewoyin, Leke Godwin, Lola Adeoshun, Mfon Ekpo, Modupe Mutairu Salami, Ovie Agbagidi, Toyin Suraliu, thank you so much for making it a date with us at the Rotary Club of Maryland. Let me quickly say this before Femi speaks. Like I've mentioned in so many of our meetings, one meeting, SA will be charged for disrupting the meeting. The president can charge you. So one meeting, please. one meeting, fellow Rotarians, one meeting. As I've said in many of our meetings already, I told you that foundation will be key this year. And it's important that we had already shared that mindset with you even before the year kicked off. But almost very equally important is also our public image. And you can see what the award and reporting committee have been doing on the District D911 Rotarians platform. They are intimating us with all the points by which a lot of activities that we gather on a weekly basis to do will be measured. This week, by design, by intention, we fully sponsored the DG interactive session called the DG Speaks. We are not sharing the space with any other club. It is proudly for Rotary Club of Maryland. That program is coming up by 12 noon on Friday. Please, I need us to show force. We need to hook up to that Zoom Connect. I will also have airtime. They have sent me about 5, 6, or 7 questions that they want to ask me. As they are asking the DG question, they are also going to ask your impact president question. And you know we will not go carry last. You understand? We must deliver. In fact, I have prepared my answers in advance. I will send it to the CP, who is a Toastmaster, so that he can brush me properly for that engagement. By 28th of July, which is a Tuesday, the district is also having a seminar for maternal and child health. It is 11. It is also virtual. It is also important that we have you show force, attend and participate en masse. On that note, let me quickly ask Femi to give us a rundown of our social media, because one of the things we are asking fellow Rotarians to do is that once we post, please like, share, love. We need you to do that en masse. We are 127 as of today. We need to be seeing those likes. We need to be seeing those shares. We need to be seeing those loves.
All right. Good evening, Rotarians. Yes, I am. Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick rundown of what we have done so far since June 30th, let's say the 1st of July. The 1st of July, 2026. Since the start of the 2026-2027 Rotary year, the club's social media platforms have focused primarily on building awareness around the new Rotary year, the club's new leadership, the month's Rotary team, which is Stop Maternal Mortality, whilst also promoting the club's activities, DG's visits, short clips from weekly fellowships, announcements behind the scenes, members camp, service projects, and members' birthdays. The aim is to strengthen engagement with members and the wider public whilst also attracting potential members. This month's social media activities have been driven entirely through organic content and engagement, which provides us a useful benchmark for measuring future growth as we look forward to the new month, which would focus on driving new membership. Audience growth since July 1st that this project started. Followers as of June 30, 2026 was not confirmed on Facebook because we don't have login access to Facebook yet, so I will go to Instagram straight. On Instagram, we had 1,469 as at June 30th. As I speak today, we have 1,494 followers. Content reach and likes is 4,270 views and 484 likes, which the net growth is plus 25 followers since June 30 till now. Audience growth on TikTok, we created a new TikTok account.
When we realized that the DG is on TikTok, we also need to be on TikTok.
So we created a new TikTok account on the 3rd of June 2026. Now we are currently at 42 followers on TikTok. The views we've had on TikTok is 4,414 views and 207 likes in total since 3rd of June. On Twitter, this is actually, let me say X, it's actually a very special social media platform which we would need to reassess at some point, because we can't do some things that we do on other platforms on Twitter because of some limitations that it comes with automatically until you verify your page. So, we have limitations of the characters. I think it's about 250 characters that you can use as captions on Twitter. So if we are really interested in pushing our Twitter page, we'll have to invest in the verification badge that would allow us to upload longer videos and longer captions. So right now we have 8 followers since July 1st. Content reach and likes is 69 views, 3 likes, just 1 follower joined or followed the page since then. YouTube, we had 9 subscribers as of June 30th. Now we have 12 subscribers. Content reach and likes, we have 164 views, 27 likes since July 1st. Net growth is plus 3 subscribers. So opportunities for improvement. While our organic performance has been encouraging during the first month, okay, I should just skip that. Paid campaigns, would suggest that we invest in paid campaigns going into the new month. That would enable us to reach professionals within our target audience, increase awareness of the Rotary and the Rotary Club of Maryland. It would also help us generate more inquiries.
So, Femi, thank you so much for that. There are certain aspects of it that we will need to post on the official platform.
I want to mention something, sir.
Okay.
Lastly.
Yeah.
There was supposed to be a new guest in the meeting today who actually reached
out.
I think Mr. Rotary Abajela actually engaged him on Instagram. I saw the conversation and I also engaged him. And
what's his name?
Mr. Oluwole, yes.
Oluwole.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. SA 1 minute performance. Have you met your target? It was 200,000. Oh yeah. Time has gone. So we need to. How much more? How much more to 200K? You are just on 103. Have you collected from online? Charge the people online. They spend foreign currency. On that note, SA, please, time is fast spent. Can we have my AG, Tunde Ojo, to give us the toast? I want to close the meeting. Baba, you can collect the money from them after the meeting.
My president, sir.
Yes, please.
I just want to perform only 2 people. Please permit me, sir.
Okay.
Only 2 people.
Okay, 2 people.
KB,
very quick.
KB is one of them.
Okay. Who is the next person?
The next person is Tunde Disala. He's still arguing with me. He's still arguing with me. Yes, please give me just extra 5K.
We want to close the meeting.
KB, another 5K.
What do you have correspondence?
I know your face. You know your face. If
Which
I call
one?
your face, you pay more. Stanley, my president, over the weekend. No, my president, over the weekend, I wanted to eat rice somewhere. He cancelled it.
Okay.
Too bad.
At
Pay for the cancellation. How much? 20,000.
At exactly 9:28 p.m. West Africa time, Lagos, I bring this meeting to a close with a toast from PAG Tunde Ojo, please.
My Rotarian president, past district.
We appreciate our SA for tonight. 120.
And, our guest speaker, PDG, fellow Rotarians, guests and friends. Let's charge our glasses as we propose the following toast. First to our guest speaker, PDG, for coming around and giving us from the wealth of your knowledge A toast to our PDG. And of course, while he's seated, let's also take toast to the Rotary Club Barada South, Omole Golden, Okota, Ilorin Grandfathers Club, any other club that I've missed, every other Rotary Club here present, and also to Rotary Club of Maryland. Let's take toast to that great club that brought us all together, the Rotary Club of Maryland. Toast to Rotary District 9112, while my PDG is seated. 911, while my PDG is also seated. And of course, let's take toast to that global body spread in over 200 countries worldwide, committed less privilege, still waxing stronger even after 110 years. Toast to Rotary International. Let's take toast to the only country we have no other country. Even though we have economic downtime, we're hopeful that things will surely get better. Toast to the Federal Republic of Nigeria as we take the national pledge. To be faithful, loyal, and honest, serve Nigeria, and from and all. Amen. So,
Come and take you.